As an A-lister, of course you want to eat at the best places. And this week, we found one of the most exquisite restaurants in the world. Vrijmoed, in the Belgian city of Ghent, has 2 Michelin stars. The eatery is owned and run by chef Michaël Vrijmoed. In his restaurant, taste is most important. The cook has his very own unique signature style that originated from a special place.
I must say the passion for the cooking really must be honest, I wanted to become a baker when I was really young. I was always busy in the kitchen making little tarts and bread. I was fascinated about the smell also of fresh bread and making cakes, making tarts. I wanted to go to the bakery school, but then my parents said like, okay, maybe you better go to the catering school instead of the bakery school. You have some more options afterwards and you can still choose for the bakery. So that was, for me, I was, I think 14 years old. You went to the catering school, you went to work in the restaurants in the weekend and then I knew like, okay, this is what I like. And the real passion came from me by working with good chefs, passionate people, passionate crew, and you got absorbed in the gastronomy. And for me, then I knew like, okay, this is what I want to do. I want to push forward.
During his career, Chef Michaël has worked in all kinds of restaurants and learned from the best chefs around Belgium, France, and the UK. He also worked at various Michelin-starred eateries. But Vrijmoed doesn't feel like it's necessary to have worked with such amazing colleagues to become a great cook yourself.
I think you can't say like that it's important because there's a lot of examples who didn't work with big chefs who have a big restaurants now, like Bartholomeus, a 2 Michelin star restaurant at the coast. He's autodidact, he's a guy who, and also Zilte. Vieke Heun is a 3-star restaurant in Antwerp, is also somebody who didn't work with, they developed themselves by being interested, by searching for what do you like, and then really when they decide, okay, we want to become chef, they pushed 1000%, I think, no? So, if it's necessary, I don't think it's necessary, but in my opinion, for me, it was a good evolution as a natural growing pot that for me as a person, I needed.
Vrijmoed's inspiration can come from everywhere, be it art, colleagues, or traveling. He's been to countries like Peru, Indonesia, and Japan, and because of that, the menu gets changed quite often.
Every 2.5 months we change the menus, so we have the pure vegetable menu. We do already 10 years, the restaurant exists 10 years, so we started with the beginning. The beginning there was not much interest for that. No, totally not. I wouldn't say like if you see now the tendency and now a lot of things changed, then I think it's on a good way also. Of course we have our fish and meats menu also, where we also focus for sustainable local products and we work with local farmers. With the fish from the North Sea, try to have the best quality of Belgium meat, or France of course, sometimes if we can't find the quality we want.
For this chef, it's not so much about the recipe, but more about trying your own things.
I'm not a person, if I go and eat somewhere, that I will say like, can you give me the recipe, because what's the recipe? Recipe is it's letters and numbers. I think if somebody explains you how they make it and a little bit how they work, it's up to you, you're a chef, to try things, to develop something, and that's also like, if you make something yourself, that's the reason why you become happy with a dish, you know, like, okay, it's us who made it, it's us who created it.
But the most important thing for Michaël is that the customers enjoy their time in the restaurant.
People come here to have fun, of course, to enjoy the good lunch, good meal, good drinks, but it's about feeling welcome somewhere, and it starts from the moment where you arrive in the restaurant until you leave the restaurant, then the 4 hours later. And again, for me, the biggest message is for me, you know, for the whole team, is like, okay, we wanted to try to do everything to people go out and say like, was really good, looking forward to the next time. That's what it's all about, because those people also say it to their friends, say it to the people. And I think, yeah, the best publicity is the verbal publicity the people do. We have a lot of people from Ghent, we have a lot of people from Flanders, we have a lot of people from Holland also, and it's nice to see people coming back, even people from Amsterdam who come now here every year when they're here, and that's nice.
Restaurant Vrijmoed is one of the best eateries of Belgium with 2 Michelin stars. So if you ever visit the country, be sure to make a reservation.